I checked the time and suddenly hours had passed, hypnotized once again by my For You page. A familiar sensation came over me, this mental fog so thick that it was hard to do much of anything the rest of the day, let alone sit down and craft my life's work. It was depressing, wanting to improve my life, but not having the mental fortitude to resist scrolling. Caught in the spin cycle of distraction, lulled into the pseudo sleep of mediocrity, hypnotized into never creating anything of substance. There's a very real crisis underway. Millions of people are being robbed of their potential by their phones. They're trading their dreams, their fortunes, and their most spectacular visions for cheap memes on a screen. Rather than crafting brick by brick the kingdom of their most heroic self, harnessing the wealth that is locked up inside their minds, and accessing the depths of personal fulfillment that come from becoming everything they could possibly become. If you want to live a good life, you have to master your attention. You have to guard your mind from the dilution of superficiality and erect your private walls around the fledgling garden of your mind. So many people today are not creating anything of substance with their lives because their attention is utterly hijacked by trivialities. If you want to succeed in the new world and get ahead of 99% of people, mastering your attention should be your priority. Attention is the fundamental value. Whatsoever you illuminate with your attention, you create. Attention renders reality. There's like this strange interplay between our consciousness and the fabric of reality itself. It's like we are the fabric of reality itself. There is no observer. It's just consciousness. Like if I direct my attention to this coffee mug, well, this coffee mug crystallizes into physical form. It gets rendered in my perception. If I direct my attention to an essay I'm writing or my work, then that essay develops and it evolves. If I, however, let my attention be seduced by the doomscroll Medusa, well, my fundamentally creative, infinite potential attention that I am, it gets used creating nothing of substance. I'm illuminating trivialities that are ephemeral and superficial, right? Memes on a screen that have no consequence in real life. They don't make anybody's lives better. They are just siphoning away my creative energy. Do not spend your life hypnotized by the small and inconsequential. Instead, dedicate yourself to unearthing the gifts of your most heroic self. Rescind all mindless scrolling. Immerse yourself in truly good books. Create something every day to excavate your native genius. Bedrock behaviors are steel beams that give structure to your life. There's a way to insulate yourself from the pull of distraction. A way to kind of set guardrails in your life so that you effortlessly stay on track to the vision, to creating your ideal reality. As always, it starts with having an ideal reality, right? Crafting a vision that sets your heart on fire. Once you've defined that vision, then you want to reverse engineer it, okay? Understand that there is a set of daily behaviors that if you stick to will virtually guarantee success. Okay, these are your bedrock behaviors and they don't change, at least not easily, okay? They form the foundation of your days, of your life, of your routine. Knowing your bedrock behaviors not only clarifies the work you need to do to reach your goals, but it also insulates you from your own emotions. We're emotional creatures. We are victims to shiny object syndrome and FOMO. And quite often we are very movable by the world and by our own emotions. And when we can have behaviors that don't change, right? When we can have total clarity on the trajectory of our highest self, the trajectory that if we stick to will lead to the results that we seek, that's a superpower. Self-doubt, shiny object syndrome, and general lack of clarity will no longer be powerful enough to knock you off your course. You'll heal yourself from the plague that is affecting 99% of the world right now, which is bouncing from thing to thing without ever going deep enough to see results. That's what your bedrock behaviors allow you to do. I have clarity on what I need to do every single day for the next 3 to 5 years of my life. And so I'm confident that I'm going to achieve my goals because it's not dependent on my emotions. It's like I have a roadmap, and as long as I stick to the roadmap, regardless of how I feel, well, I'm going to succeed. If you want to identify your bedrock behaviors so that you too can stay on trajectory to the vision effortlessly, download your next level Notion planner in the bio. It's free. You have so much to give. please do not squander this. We live in a world that's plagued by digital distraction. 99% of people aren't even competing because they're just focused on trivialities. They're spending the best years of their lives scrolling, right? And you're not even competing against them. The only competition that you have is against your own distracted mind, against your lower self, against your impulsive tendencies of a smaller version of yourself. It's about becoming the kind of person who gets the results you want. It's about crafting a vision, understanding who you need to become, and becoming that person every single day. And I can guarantee you that that ideal version of yourself doesn't scroll as much as you're scrolling right now. In a world of 10-second attention spans, being able to choose a trajectory and stick to it for 3 to 5 years is a veritable superpower. Find your process and carry it out every single day for years. Consistency is key. This is the secret you've been looking for. You have the potential to live a truly extraordinary life. One full of love, full of beauty, full of wealth, true abundance. And the only person that you're battling is your lower self. It's your weaker self. It's the smaller self that is keeping you stuck in old tendencies, right? It's about becoming the kind of person that gets the results. It's about becoming your ideal self now. And I can guarantee you that that ideal version of yourself isn't as distracted as you might be right now. Okay, so craft a vision, get clear on what you need to do, and start executing. That's pretty much it for this week. One of the things that I've been doing that I want to share with you is really immersing myself in masterworks, right? Rather than consuming all these crappy memes, right, incessantly. And don't get me wrong, I still scroll, but I don't do it mindlessly, and I work for many hours before I do it. I usually scroll in the evening, and I do so intentionally, and I learn from it, right? But I consume masterworks, right? Books like the 5 a.m. Club that really elevate my mindset and upgrade my life. I really encourage you to find masterworks, right? Articles or essays or books that you really love. And that's what I'm trying to build with, my website, ericamesco.com, the Kingdom of Essays. That's what this is. I'm documenting my life. I have a vision. I'm going to get to $100,000 a month by 2026. And this is my journey to get there. And this is exactly my philosophy for reality bending, for business building, for monetizing your mind in the new age. If you like this content, leave a comment. I'd love to start building community. And also DM me on Instagram. That's kind of like my main communication platform. I have a ton of calls per day just hanging out with people. So definitely open to do that. And then quick announcement. Your next level sprint is 80% off right now. Your next level sprint, this is like, if you want to elevate your life, clarify your vision, and see real results guaranteed in 6 weeks or less with a community, with other people who are as ambitious and like-minded as you, then that's 80% off right now. And you can find that in the resources section or I guess in the link in the description. I'll put it there. All right. That's it. That's it for this week. Thank you for your attention. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Peace.